As you can see, we got them traveling. We're in a car right now. All three of them in the carriers. We're riding in silence. I don't have any music playing or the radio on or anything like that. I want them to get used to, the quietness of the plane ride, things like that. So I don't have anything playing during this whole ride. We're gonna be quiet during this ride. They're in the crates. They have a toy with them in their crates. I gave them a little treat before we started the trip. Inside of their crates. For long trips, I would give them maybe some treats here and there if you're on a longer trip. So maybe on a flight, make sure you got a couple treats with you. If they're riding up in the cabin with you, you can just toss them a couple treats. But they'll be in riding separately. You can just give them a few treats inside of their crates, okay? Just so they can have a little bit of things to snack on while they're in there, which is great. Especially if you get something that's they can chew on. That'll be a great thing to do too. Give them something they can chew on for a while. Let it kind of ease them out, let them settle, and be calm during the flights and during the travel. As you can see, they're pretty calm right now for me. They've been in the crates for a good amount of time now. They had some time in and out of the crate, so they're kind of getting used to being in the crate now. Even when I open up the crates, they're actually running into the crates now, except for Coco. Coco still doesn't want to actually, he's not a fan of the crate. I mean, she's not a fan of the crate. But like if you open, for instance, Fargo, you open up that crate, Fargo runs right in. She knows that a treat is coming, so I give her a treat for running in. I was doing that for a while. And then I also allowed them to sleep in the crates overnight. So they got 2 nights of overnight sleep in the crates, so that way they can get comfortable in the crates and falling asleep inside of those crates. I want them to be able to know they can sleep in there. So I did have them sleep in there overnight for 2 nights. So they got that experience sleeping in the crates. And they also been in the crates stagnated periods of time. For a good amount of time, I took them out of the regular, the regular cage in the house, and I've been only using these individual crates for the past week. So they've been in and out of these crates for the past week. So they're getting they should be very much used to these crates at this point. They understand what's going on with these crates. Now they see we get in here, it's time for travel, which should start to excite them, right? I want that also to be an exciting moment for them. They know once we get in these crates, it's an exciting moment right now. We're getting one right now where they're traveling, and I'm about to bring them to you guys. So they'll be happy to know once they travel, if they are get in these crates, the moments when they do arrive at their destinations is positive moments. They're coming to a good thing. So make sure when I'm sure it's gonna already happen, but we're gonna give them a lot of love when we drop them off. A couple treats, just to show that everything is okay when we're traveling in these crates, right? But yeah, as you can see, it's been a couple minutes now. Still, I'm sure the flight is way longer than this short video would be, but I'm confident that they'll be able to fly nice and calmly and not be an interruption or anything like that during the flight. They should be good for travel. I believe so. I'm confident in it. Now, the only issue I think you may occur is just getting Coco. Coco she may not want to get in the crate first. But everybody else are fine. What else could I say? Bathroom. Nobody had any accidents in these crates at all. I remember you did have the pads in the crates. I took the pads out prior to me even using them being in the crates. Once I had them at home, I took the pads completely out. I'm not really a fan of the pee pads at all, really, especially not inside crates or cages and things like that. A lot of times they just tear them up anyway. They don't really, if they did want to use the bathroom in there, still going to, make a mess in there regardless. But and also encourage them to use the bathroom. And kind of encourage them to use the bathroom in there because we have the turf in those pads outside, so they're used to going on that already. So if they see that in there, they assume, okay, I'm allowed to use the bathroom in here. They're older dogs. They're able to hold their bladders, so there's no problem with you leaving them in the crate with no issues. Right? You don't have to worry about them going to the bathroom if you need to leave them in there for a set period of time or hours at a time, things like that during the flight, it should be fine as long as we don't give them any food or water, you know, hours right before the flights and things like that. We make sure they use the bathroom. Things like that. I didn't give them any. They didn't have any food or water right before we took this car ride. I made sure they went to the bathroom before we got to these crates and things like that before we took this trip. Okay, they had some early this morning, but nothing within the past 4 hours. So that's how I at least like to keep it. Like even do it longer if you want, just depending on how long your flight is. Okay, but yeah, it's about a 5-minute video or so, and they're still doing good. I know I can't give you hours at a time, but you can see a lot better. Because when I first picked them up, when we first started riding, we had some barks going on, different things like that, a lot of moving, barking, a whole lot going on. And when I first had them and we first drove them home, but today everybody's doing good as of right now, and I believe that this will transfer over into your flight. Okay, I hope you're satisfied with our training. All right, this is Fargo, Coco, and Fuzzy. Got Coco in the back. And don't worry, all the vents are up. Everybody's fully vented. All the vents are up. I got the air on. It's cool in the car. The whole vehicle is nice and cool. So they're good back there. You don't have to worry about that. Okay? All right. We'll see you guys soon. Okay.